Everyone knows the origin story of the Nigerian film industry. It began in 1992 with Living in Bondage. But what if I told you that's not the full story? Before Nollywood, Nigeria had another film industry, one that was wildly watched and full of promise, and then it disappeared. Let's rewind a bit. The first feature film shot in Nigeria was Palava in 1926. It was made by a British filmmaker and showed Nigerians as cannibals and savages, reflecting the stereotypes of the colonial era. For decades after, Nigerian cinema screens were dominated by American, Indian, Chinese, and Japanese films. Posters of foreign stars filled the halls, and local audiences came to know those actors better than their own. Things began to change after independence. By 1972, worried about the flood of foreign content, General Yakubu Gowon's regime passed the indigenization decree, transferring hundreds of cinemas from foreign to Nigerian owners. This shift encouraged local investment in film and inspired adaptations of popular literature and stage plays. Hubert Ogunde, Ola Balogun, Ade Love, Moses Olaiya, Jab Adu, and their peers emerged as the star filmmakers of the era, driving Nigeria's first fully commercial celluloid films. Balogun's Amadi and Ajani Ogun drew huge audiences, while Ogunde's Aye and Jayesimi became favorites for their folklore and spiritual themes. Across Lagos, Ibadan, Kaduna, and Port Harcourt, audiences filled cinemas every weekend. For the first time, Nigerians saw their own stories on the big screen. The oil boom powered this era. Rising incomes meant Nigerians had disposable cash for tickets, and foreign investors financed new theaters. The government also established the Nigerian Film Corporation in 1979 to keep the momentum alive. This was Nigeria's first real golden age of cinema, but it did not last very long. By the mid-1980s, the economy had collapsed, oil prices crashed, and importing and processing celluloid tapes became too expensive. Cinema started shutting down, and the traditional film industry began to collapse. Out of necessity, filmmakers turned to cheaper VHS tapes in the late 1980s. Their films bypassed cinemas and moved through Alaba Market and other street networks. It was the beginning of the home video era. And then Living in Bondage arrived in 1992. So Nollywood wasn't born out of nothing. It was built on decades of experiment, a golden age that was cut short, and on the resilience of filmmakers who found new ways to tell their stories. But in the shift between those eras, the real history of Nigerian film was forgotten, especially the stories that helped Nigerians see themselves and the creators who brought them to life.